It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Now the third team in the last 3 years. You remember Denver to Pittsburgh and now here in New York. He showed flashes of the vintage runs throughout the year in 2024 with the Steelers. Now he's looking to sustain those flashes for his new team in the Big Apple.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Wilson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Wilson now off the bootleg. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lynch. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Wilson. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. We'll try to pick it up himself. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. across the 25 to the 27. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And how about Geno Smith? The number of times we've looked at his career and said, here's something new for him. And that's exactly what we're talking about with his move to Las Vegas after 5 seasons in Seattle. Over 70% last season completion percentage. And the Raiders, they definitely need that type of efficiency in Vegas. And the best part, he has a head coach in Pete Carroll who really believes in him.
No chance to get away there from Smith as he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And then he stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
And the Raider first down. A gain of 15. First down, Las Vegas.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's good for 28 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
26-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Play action. It's Wilson. Throw out wide to Walker. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A 7-yard gain. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Here's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
They'll run wide side with Lynch. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. That's taken on the 25. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting up 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 25-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
1st down. A gain of 36.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down at 7. Geno now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Throwing now is Geno. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off-play action. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So no gain on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. First throw now for the backup lock. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Smith and Jigba with the ground. That one a first down pickup of 8.
A gain of 8. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. He's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Fair catch. Signal for.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
First and 10.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
At the 15-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now O'Connell. He'll find Ginty out of the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
A solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
16 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Off the play fake. O'Connell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of the 1st down.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
At the 29-yard line.
Block now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Seahawks.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Tyree Wilson.
2nd and
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He completes this to Walker. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
That's a gain of 3.
Here's Locke. And the Raiders have got him. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do it?
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Defensively well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
They'll get this out to Genty. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. To throw here, O'Connell. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Once again, O'Connell back to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. And they are going to take possession of the football. And that play was made coming up the middle. That wasn't a punt block from the outside, Charles.
That means someone had their eyes in the wrong place, and that would be the personal protector. Look in the middle first before you scan to the side. Sometimes they get distracted and think the threat is coming off the edge. Up the middle is the one you have to care about the most because that's the quickest spot and the quickest way to the punter.
They look to throw. It's Locke. This one goes underneath to Walker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Locke working out of the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Drew Locke, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the block punt and convert it into 6 points.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Back to throw, O'Connell. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. O'Connell looking to throw yet again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Here's O'Connell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A short throw to the tight end Thomas. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. O'Connell. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this one is incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 19.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Locke gonna throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to...
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Myers' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's O'Connell. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raiders defense getting ready. And last time out they gave up 3, but with this deficit, how important here is it to not give up any points?
And they're at a point now where they can't allow any thoughts, any points to enter their mind. They gave up 3 last time. That felt okay. They can't settle for okay now. They have to stop them here. 0 points given up.
Yeah, they need to stop, get the ball back to the offense.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
That'll be caught by Bobo. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd.
Here's Locke to throw. And down he goes. Brought down the Raiders sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And a Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to Genty on 1st down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Genty. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the
Throwing now is Locke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
fair catch. Signaled for
the Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Give them 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Play action. Now O'Connell. And Thomas has it. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Las Vegas first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Raiders.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And O'Connell now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Shifts by him. There's the stiff arm. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
A gain of 39 yards. That's another
Jeanty
first down.
bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. But a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
On play action, Locke. That is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
To throw it is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Straight ahead, Walker. Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
At the 24-yard line.
They run again with Walker. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. A quick throw outside by Locke. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Locke. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. This 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Raiders. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Looking to put a drive together. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
10 yards on the pickup.
Throwing, O'Connell. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas.
Now O'Connell. Now he's going to step up and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Back to throw. O'Connell. Complete. It's Johnson. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Raider first down.
On first down, it's Ginty. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
And this is incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, O'Connell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
53-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. And he rifles one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's complete. It's Sims. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he sidestepped a one-man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Clock now to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Walker. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Walker once more. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. To throw here, O'Connell. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Looking to throw. O'Connell. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Raider.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. And at their 49.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.